Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Duskmourn Chronicles. I wanted to say last week, but I didn't because I'm just an idiot. Happy 50th episode, everybody. So we survived the 50th episode, which was good, and now we're in the 51st. So who knows what can happen? Where are we going and that sort of thing. It's been absolutely wonderful having all of you to play with and to have all of you following along and cheering us along as you've watched the show move forward. And so it has been a lot of fun, but it also translates to only 50 hours of D&D.
Yeah, it's not enough.
It's like that's 4 weekends with a little bit of effort and some pizza. Or 2 weekends with a little bit of pizza. Anyway, all right. So, giving us a recap of what happened last week, because there was lots of things going on last week, and suddenly Kelly got promoted to being an overlord, and there was some shade thrown. Giving us the review of what happened last week is number 16, which is Maurice.
Right. Well, there was a conversation with what I can only describe as the most arrogant man. We take it. This was Zotesh, the mind of Sajeti, and he didn't care for me. He didn't care for my questions, and there was a little bit of string sticking out of his sarcophagus that had a little pouch in it. And that's a red flag to a bull for Everardus. So he yanked on that. The mind of Sajeti manifested. He was very cross. He was very, very cross. He was very condescending, and we thought we were about to get a thorough beating. But he did offer Gemini a parlay when she said that we had the interests of the Sajeti Empire at heart. So that probably saved us from an insta-wipe. And then we put poor old Kelly right in front and center. He had to pose as our master, feign this notion that, the fashions has changed and that's why he wasn't appropriately dressed. And the poor man nearly had a stroke, but he got us through it. Took a few years off his life probably. And now we have managed to find a secret way into this central chamber where the Sand Dragon protects the Pharaoh's treasures, including the second volume, the Crepuscularium. This mind Zotesh expects us to take the Crepuscularium and deliver to him. We obviously don't want to do that. So we are presently tiptoeing like timid mice through this place. Well, technically we're not tiptoeing at all, we're flying. Everardus has flown over to a ledge where the second volume of the Crepuscularium lies. A page opens saying, giving instructions as to how to destroy gods. And that's where we left it. Fingers crossed. I'm sure there's going to be no traps or monsters or anything. We'll just fetch the book and leave. It'll be fine.
Indeed. And so, Everardus, you are hovering over the book.
And I take a minute to just appreciate the journey, the hellish trek through these depths. We've learned some things. We've lost some heroes. I've been using my powers recently, which come from a place of... comes from Damnifer's realm. And his claim over me, and my promise to him is to give him all the volumes of this book once they are complete. And so it is with reverence and trepidation that I reach out to lightly brush the dust off the very topmost page that presents itself. Potentially.
As you do that, there is this shimmering bright light, and materializing on either side of the book are 2 9-foot-tall, jackal-headed beings of pure radiant light. And they both are holding these very long trident-like spears, which they both point at you How's your Sajeti?
Non-existent.
Shapsa'a Narum. They both say in a voice that is so loud the chamber rattles and the door that Koltzer and the team are working on slides shut with a thunk.
Am I able to pry the book from the plinth?
Oh, God.
Oh.
You grab the book.
Dimension door, get the hell out of
I
that
test its
heft.
heft. I heft it.
Oh, no, there is no heft.
There's no heft when you don't have any arms.
Yeah.
Oh.
So as you grab this book, as you try and lift the book, the two jackal-headed guardians scream something at you, and their tridents flare up with radiant energy. And I'm going to need an initiative from you, if you please.
But in regards to the removal, it's completely stuck fast to the plinth, is it, or is it, will it
You haven't managed to actually lift it off yet, but it doesn't. You've grabbed it, and you're trying to lift it off, and this is where time has gone click, 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 click.
Okay.
From all of us, initiative, or just
From everybody, although you are nearly 500 feet away, but yes,
We will have seen the jackals appear.
yes,
just
before the door
the
went.
slam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Everardus, please roll high.
Oh! What a waste. Natural 20.
Did I got blessed or anything before I
You
left?
did get blessed.
Yes.
Yeah, you
What
all
does that
got
mean?
blessed. Plus 1d4 to
Not
the
none.
rolls.
That's my initiative.
Oh. Is it no, it's hit rolls and saving throws, right?
Saving throws and hit. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. Saving
Okay.
throws and.
That's fine, because what I rolled was just a 10.
Oh,
Okay,
Jesus.
they're going first. They get to make 2 of these attacks. So these 2 blast at you. You've got a nice high armor class, right? Yeah, of course you do. All right, so that's a roll of an 18 plus that means they hit an armor class of 26.
Yeah, that's what I call a hit.
All right, and then 22. Okay. You are flying through magical means, is that correct?
Yes.
But it's Godfrey's concentration, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so I can just deal damage to you. There's nothing pending. So
Yeah,
that's,
go to town.
that's 2 hits from the first one. And
3 hit points from Doran, don't we still?
yeah, you did. So that is 6 bludgeoning. Oh fuck. Oh, 15. 22. And then 29 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
That's the first attack.
What is it that's hit me?
This trident was leveled at you, and then this blast of radiant energy slammed out and hit you, and then he apparently drove the trident through you as well, just for extra measure. And then he did it again. He did it twice. So the second attack then does 6 points of bludgeoning. Don't know why it's bludgeoning anyway. And then, oh thank goodness, 3, 9, 17, 23. 23 points of radiant damage.
Are you still up?
More.
That's the first one. The
Yeah.
second one then attacks you.
Uh-huh.
And his first attack is 21 to hit.
Yes. Okay, well,
His
this isn't gonna.
second attack. Oh, freaking hell. My dice is rolling 15s and up. So that's another 2 hits. The first hit is 8 points of bludgeoning. You're still up, right? 6, 7, 14. Oh, 14, 15, 16. 16 radiant.
Is that it? And the 8 bludgeoning?
Yes.
Okay, then that's it's good night.
All right, you
Farewell.
drop onto the balcony.
You had 10 temporary hit points from Doran.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
Those 2 attacks
was,
each is a
Mid doff of the cap, impaled, and dropping.
Did you take the book off the plinth as well? While you were falling
no,
down?
he literally was holding on the book, and he's slumped over the book and is sliding down onto the floor because you're unconscious, right? Or you're negatives.
Oh, I'm unconscious. Yeah.
So in a dying state.
Yes.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Right, so then I need initiatives from Gemini, Gottfried, and Doran, please.
12.
I got a
12.
20, which is...
Oh, yes, that's right. 20. And Gemini?
13.
13. Gottfried, what are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. So
You're
I
on
get-
the other side of the door now, in the
yes,
passageway
is it
again.
closed yet?
It's slammed shut.
Okay.
Right. Knock on the door.
Excuse me. Yes, I don't know.
Oh my
I
god.
think I'm just gonna I don't know. I think I'm just gonna cast no, that doesn't make sense. I think in desperation, Godfrey goes to the door and with his feeble old hands is trying to put it across and yelling for help.
Does he step on the stone that depresses into the ground?
Oh, I forgot about that, Jim. Yeah, I'll just do that then.
All right. Well, as you do that and then you Jedi mind trick the door slides open without a sound.
Does that take me an action to do all
It's a
that?
bonus action.
Okay. Can I then, do I have line of sight in this poor bastard?
What's your dark vision?
Ooh. No?
Actually, it doesn't matter because there are 2 giant glowing holy beacons of being. So you can see in the far distance, as far as from where you are to him is 500 feet. In the far distance, you can see these 2 glowing beings slowly moving around towards Avaradus, who is in a corpse-like position, and you have seen him in that position many times.
Me to heaven.
Well, 500 feet is subtle. I can do that, but I must try. So what I shall do then is I should cast Summon Aberration. But this time it's not going to be a Mind Flare. It's going to be a Beholderkin, because the Beholderkin can fly. So, the range of the spell, 1 moment, excuse me. I'm going to basically I'm going to stay behind the door and pop the Beholderkin in.
All right. If you were to step out onto the balcony and then step onto the broken bridge, you reckon you could get 100 foot closer? Although you would only be doing 30 feet, so you'd be 30 feet closer. If that makes any difference to your calculations.
Don't think so.
All
I
right.
don't think, because I mean, I'm not fighting those things. So instead, what I shall do is this. Forgive me. While I struggle with, there we are. So I can conjure the Beholderkin, range of 90 feet. So I'll do that at its.
All right.
So it appears 90 feet away, 90 feet on the other side of the door.
And
then it goes directly after me, and it will fly. I suppose it'll dash 60 feet. And what I want it to do, if at all possible, is stay as high as it can and look innocuous.
It will do as best it can. It drifts out. All right. You have 200 or 300 and something feet to go. Lovely. That is you. Then we go to Gemini, followed by Doran.
Oh. I mean, so all the stuff going on with Avaradus is 300 feet
500
away.
feet away from,
500 feet
from the
away.
door. 400
door.
feet from the edge of the broken bridge, if you wish
Right.
to step
So
out onto
yeah,
that.
I don't have anything I want to reach very far. So what can I do? The great question. I'm gonna From where I am, I can't see the sand, can I? I can't
Not
see if
unless
it's-
you have more than 100-foot dark vision.
I have. I
think
think I have
I mean,
60 feet.
You got 60.
I didn't tell everyone that I was giving them Eyes of Night, which is the 300-foot dark vision. So
All right.
Yes, I've got 300 feet dark vision. Can I see if all this stuff has gone on has has awoken the sand dragon?
So you can definitely see that there is something moving underneath the sand.
Great.
Something
Cool.
something very big.
Something really big. Right.
Why
So-
I wanted to grab the thing and run because I was scared of the dragon.
Yeah. I am going to try to distract that dragon,
Uh-huh.
or certainly try and be prepared for if it decides to pop its head out with phantasmal force, which the range is 60 feet. So I'm going to send something 50 feet down, and I'm absolutely going to do nice, happy dragon, pretty dragon, just so that she'll just be out of the dragon's range, but so she can be like, "Hi, how you doing?"
Okay.
Like, it's all okay. It's like nice and fun. Just trying to like bring out that dragon's
Yeah.
sweeter side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. That's what you're doing.
And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Mantle of Majesty, which means that I can keep on using command on my bonus action each round without expending a spell slot. I also take on an unearthly appearance for 1 minute. Wait a minute. Can I do that? Says concentration at the end of that, and I feel like the other thing is concentration. So
I think it might be.
can't see where it says it, but I feel like Phantasmal Force must be concentration. So I'm not doing my bonus action. I'll just bonus action Bardically Inspired. Godfrey, did you use it before? You got
Didn't use it on the group check for
that was
yeah, give it to Godfrey.
that was
Yeah.
his that was his own one. So you've still got Bardic Inspiration, Gottfried.
Okay.
In
not.
fact, then I will give that Bardic Inspiration to Doran. In that
Thank
case,
you very much.
All right.
D8, yeah.
Yeah, D8. That's my bonus action. But I am, I'm not on the platform. I'm just kind of sent that distracting dragon down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doran?
Okay, so it seems like the plan currently is chaos.
I ain't got no plan, man.
We need to kind of somehow distract those creatures, and I think the only way to do it is by introducing another mega creature into the mix.
I mean, that makes sense.
It does make a lot of sense, doesn't it, Guy? You're going to get your fight after all. So Doran is going to move forward 20 feet, and I have a technical question. Can I cast a bonus action leveled spell and an action cantrip? Can I do that? Yeah. So going to cast a bonus action Sanctuary on Gottfried's creature. So that means that if it moves over there and starts attacking, then those two creatures will have to roll a wisdom save to actually be able to attack it. Otherwise, they'll lose the spell if we're not around. And then I'm going to, seeing what Gemini has done with the dragon, I'm going to get this guy a little bit horny. And I'm going to use thaumaturgy to produce the sound of a crackling bolt of lightning. Just like the Pharaoh might have produced many, many millennia ago to agitate the dragon in some way. So I'm going to make that sound appear loudly in the cavern.
Okay. I like that. Avaradus.
Ew.
Death saving throw, if you please.
Yeah.
I dare you to roll a 17.
dare you.
Yes.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, you did as well.
Brilliant. That's your
Amazing.
first save and you have passed. Congratulations.
I think because you called it, that's probably worth 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wish.
conscious
I
of it,
wish.
I think
I
that's
wish. So, Big Jatep, Koltzer, and Moritati look at what's going on, and Big Jatep steps up. You want us to go down the stairs across the sand and go and retrieve Alrados before he dies. We will do this. We have faced this dragon before.
Yeah.
Is Avaradus down in the sand?
No, but
No,
they
the
can go down.
stairs
There's stairs on either side of the balcony that you're on, and they can go down those stairs, across the top of the sand, up the stairs, and get to the other side, because they can't fly. But they are asking this of Gemini or Gottfried.
I'm saying absolutely.
You think you'll survive going down there?
I don't.
Our lives are forfeit for the success of your mission. This was explained to us.
If you think it's worth a try.
Do
But
it.
I don't think you'll survive.
But there is chance that Lord Avarados would survive, yes?
I'll give him a healing potion. And cast bless on and cast guidance on him. I guess.
He looks at it and he says, I think this will not help if I need it. I have seen what it has done to my brothers. This is not going to help us.
We'll keep him distracted and give you as much chance as possible.
Thank you. They then dash off, and back to my turn, and Avaradus disappears in darkness because the two beings that were illuminating disappear. The sand dragon, however, does not. And your illusion that you have created, Gemini, does it have an armor class?
Yes. It has. So the target has to make an intelligence saving throw to see if it believes it is what it is.
Yeah, and that takes an action. The target can take a study action to examine the phantasm.
Oh, it's not doing that. It believes that it's real.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the affected takes.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm wrong. Sorry, I should shut the fuck up because it's not my spot. Target makes an intelligence saving throw, and a failed save, you create a phantasmal object. So it does get a saving throw in the first place.
It fails.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I can't see if anywhere if it's got a armor class. Sorry,
All right,
that's really
that's
annoying
fine.
me.
So as your lightning cracks, you can see this dragon has moved in the opposite direction to the far side of the wall.
Yes.
But it has spewed out glass because the whole sand floor lights up as the glass hits the sand and causes the sand to boil and burn bright red. But it looks like there's a direct line of glow, a burn straight across the sand towards your glowing symbol, Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also side channels of glass that spread out at 90 degrees to the main channel. They don't go nearly as far, but that also happens. And they're irregular. They're not evenly distributed. But you can see that the dragon has moved to the far side of the chamber.
Those glass shards persist, or are they just momentary?
No, they're literally globs of molten glass.
Okay.
Yeah. That takes us to Gottfried.
Right.
Your aberration, your
yeah,
Behold
well,
the
that'll act after me. Idea. I'm too far away, really, to do anything to the dragon,
Yes, the dragon is now 500 feet away.
and I can no longer fly. What I'll do then, I think, is I don't have to concentrate on the aberrant spirit, so I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
All right, ever the hero.
Well, I can't. Yeah, I would actually. I'll cast invisibility on one of Kelly's heroes.
Great.
Ah,
Moritati.
Moritati.
the healer. Yep.
Bet Everardus, avoid the dragon, bring him back. So he's invisible. So I'm staying this side of the door, and then I will then the beholderkin will attack the dragon. Sure, why not?
The beholderkin doesn't have the range, I'm afraid. From
Well,
where he might have the range. It's 400 feet.
No, he does not. Okay, so his range to his eye ray is 150 feet. So he'll just fly for this round. He'll just dash 60 feet.
Yes.
Across the ceiling as much as possible, so that he's
And still heading towards Avaradus or towards the dragon now.
No, since Avaradus doesn't seem to be like he can't do anything. Well, here's a question actually. So what this tells me, the aberrant spirit in beholderkin form has an eye ray, but one would assume that it also has a mouth like a beholder. Does it?
I suppose so.
Okay. So yeah, I'll send it towards the book.
Yes, of course. That makes way more sense. All right. It is
sanctuary on it.
Dashing 60 feet. And Gemini, you're next.
So, does it seem like my phantasmal dragon is distracting the other dragon?
It definitely made it try and attack it.
Okay,
and then
great.
the lightning made it try and run away.
Okay. But the lightning, so it's got two things that are kind of keeping it its occupation. Then in that case, yeah, I'm gonna kind of send that dragon, keeping it on the side that is opposite to where Kelly's heroes have gone.
Got you.
Trying to avoid that.
I like it. I like it indeed. Okay.
And she's got like big fluttery eyelashes, and it's just like shimmering with glittery scales. It's basically a dragon version of Gemini.
Yeah. I was sensing strong Gemini vibes there.
Yeah.
Doran.
So how far is the other balcony, guy? Is it 100 feet away?
No.
The other one with all the treasure on it.
So you're on the balcony.
Yeah.
It is 300. It is 400 feet.
Okay, never mind. I think I'm going to play the card of trying to keep the dragon away from the soldiers who are going to pick up Avaradus.
Yes.
So I'm going to move to the edge of the balcony, ready to duck back in case of a spew of molten glass.
Right.
And I'm going to ready thaumaturgy in case the dragon starts to move back towards the soldiers.
Yes.
Or in case it starts to attack the phantasmal image,
right?
In which case, I'm going to use whatever thaumaturgy I can to make it look like if it gets hit, blood is falling from it, or it looks injured, or it makes noise.
Okay.
Well, while affected by the spell, the target treats the phantasm as if it were real and rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with it.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's covered in that respect, but you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to keep
to worry about that. Okay.
As long as you're doing the sound, it seems to be working.
Yes.
It's scared of it.
Okay. So in which case I'm gonna move, if I can just retroact that a little bit, move along the broken bridge towards Avaradus.
Yes.
To kind of get because I understand the bridge is still a relatively safe area. So move along that as
remains to be seen, but yes.
Move as close as I can towards the Avaradus area while keeping that thaumaturgy ready to go with the lightning in case.
So you're just moving, you're not dashing.
I'm dashing. I'm going to dash all the way across.
Okay. So that dash is 40 feet, right?
40 feet, yeah.
Okay, so you're halfway across the bit of bridge that still extends outwards.
Yep.
And it does feel stable, the bridge. It doesn't feel as if it's going to give way anytime soon.
Okay.
Probably because it's coated in so much glass on the underside. You think that the reason why the middle of the bridge collapsed was because you can imagine these 3 bridges met as a spoke each of a big wheel. And if there was no supporting column, which you can't see any evidence of, as the dragon was just blasting glass up onto the bottom of the spoke just eventually gave way. But the edges of the spokes are still quite strong. That takes us to Avaradus and his saving throws of life.
And it's a 13.
Oh, look at you. 2 on the button. 2 on the button. That's what we want to see. We want to see more of that. And then we get to Big Jatep and his crew. They are dashing 100 feet. So that gets them there. I have just a little map on my desk here that I'm sort of keeping track of everybody on. So they are moving there as fast as they possibly can. And then it is the dragon's turn. And the dragon passes its intelligence check. My gosh. Okay. Didn't have a very high chance of that happening. It realizes that it heard lightning, but it didn't feel lightning, which is what it usually feels.
Oh.
So it is going to double move because there's vibrations and sparkly lights all over the place. So it double moves. Its movement speed is 80, so that's 160. So it gets to the center of the room.
Oof.
Now, unfortunately, Doran, you dash, so that's your 2 actions. That's your actions done, right? So doesn't really matter. It can't do anything else this round, but it's moved back into the center of the entire chamber, if you will, which puts it a cool 300 feet from any of the edges or from anyone in the space as well. So that's where that is, and that takes us back to the top of the round and Gottfried.
Right.
Sorry, Everardus. Not much to do, I'm afraid.
That's all right. I'm
Just-
sure he's fine.
Don't die. Yeah.
Yeah, don't die,
Put
mate.
my feet up. Think about living.
I'm going to just make sure that my concentration on the invisibility is preserved, so I'm going to stay out of trouble, essentially,
Fair.
and let the Beholderkin do the work.
All right.
So, what I shall do then is, it'll just keep going. Another
It's
60 feet.
Yep, it's a round away. Next round it will have to dash, but then it will be at the book.
Okay, cool. That's it then.
That's it. Okay, Gemini.
Does the phantasmal force still seem like it's doing anything, or is it kind of it's got bored with that and it's more distracted by everything else now?
You can see 2 of Kelly's heroes busy running across the sand. And when you look at them, you can see that although they make just a little footstep, it causes this long river of sand to trickle all the way down to the very bottom of the pit. And that seems to be attracting the sand dragon more than your floating creature, which isn't causing any vibrations.
Fair. Vibrations. Okay.
Throw stuff into the sand.
I mean,
Doran
it's
cries.
not a bad idea, is it?
We need a thumper.
Yeah, like seeing that my thing isn't making much of a difference, I'm gonna grab some random shit out of my bag and throw it down the opposite direction of Kelly's heroes as a distraction.
Do you still have that weird magic item that projects noise?
Oh yeah, the dog.
The dog thing.
Oh, it doesn't project noise, it amplifies. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna put my weird
Little
sorry,
dog.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna throw something out. I'm gonna use the dog thing because I totally forgot I even had that. I thank you for the reminder. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna sneak onto the balcony and try and put it as kind of far as I can, and then behind it I am gonna thaumaturgy that sound that I heard Doran make earlier, so it's gonna be even more like horrifically loud and hopefully really intimidating.
Lovely. 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 Okay. Okay. Good. So that's absolutely fine. Right. And so that puts us on Doran.
Am I on mute? Well, is the creature? You said it's 300 foot away.
From
the
you now, it is actually about, with the drop down, it's about 300 feet away from you.
Okay. Well, I am gonna, I'm a little bit loath to move too far out on this thing because if I get stranded out there, it could be bad news bears. And I get the feeling that I see Everardus kind of moving around a little bit. He looks
Twitching.
to have succeeded at least 2 of his 3 death saving throws. And I see Mindy. What's your creature's name?
Oh, the
Or-
Beholder King is not Beholder King. I keep calling it King. Is not Mindy. No, I think that should have a better name, like
Mork.
I don't know, Mork. It is, yeah.
It could be
Yeah.
a Mork, right?
It's got to be Mork. I was thinking of the other guy. Remember, he had a cultist friend going back a long time. Most people don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Mork is fine.
So I'm gonna just stay where I am, Guy. Maybe I'm gonna move 20 foot back, actually, because I think
Okay.
that Mork might be in the good way, and I'm gonna prepare a thaumaturgy in case I need it to kind of scare the dragon again.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Although
That's it.
after Gemini's
Yeah, I
thunderous
know.
performance, you seriously doubt it. Avaradis, would you please stabilize?
I'll give it my best shot.
Excellent.
No, I shan't.
Ah. Under 10.
Yes, it was a 3.
A 3. Well, 1 death, 2 life saves. You're absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about here. Kelly's heroes dash. They are now about 100 feet away, give or take. But first, before they do that, they might split up, actually. Big Jimotep is fine. Colzer is breathing heavily. Oh. Moritati, not that you can see him. He's actually fallen behind.
Might not be no harm. Might there be any harm for him to be a little?
You try running in sand.
Yeah.
There's a section of wall breathing very heavily at the moment. The dragon, absolutely fails that against the lightning. You've driven it off again. Who would have thought such a simple little idea would have thwarted such an elaborate trap? I mean, it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The sand dragon is drawn and pushed further back out of the range of Kelly's heroes and of everything by your terrific lightning clap. But I would ask that Gemini, you can give me a insight check, and can you, Doran. You're both looking at this dragon.
You're gonna say it's not gonna work again. 11.
19 plus.
19 plus.
Yeah.
The creature is looking very agitated, and there's no damage following up with the strike. The sound is scaring it, but now it's getting frustrated that it's not suffering anything, but it's also not getting to eat the things that are there. So there's like this confusion that's happening. This might work for a couple more rounds, but it might also snap at any point. As the animal just gets frustrated and goes, well, you know what, screw it. Gottfried.
In that case,
Mork dashes and is now at the book. But
okay.
what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, that's what Mork will do.
What I think I'll do is I'll get alongside you, Gemini, and try and, if the dragon gets closer to us,
Yes.
and you want to try that again, I might try and time some kind of spell that hurts it at the same time as your thaumaturgy to, reinforce this illusion a little bit.
Yeah.
Essentially, I'm just going to ready a firebolt. Its range isn't going to be adequate right now, but just in case this thing moves closer.
It's going to be heaty and painfully.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's see if that works. Gemini.
Kind of having that moment, I think, with Gottfried.
Yeah.
Let's do this. And she's going to do that big,
lightning bolt. Crash.
loud.
Boom.
Yeah. And hopefully there's some pain that comes as well.
All right. So you had readied that, Gottfried.
I did know.
Yeah, but you won't have the range though, because he's about 500 feet away now.
I've got the range.
Yeah, so it's only going to work if he approaches, but it still might be enough. You know what I mean? In that instance,
Because it's down.
Yeah, I mean
magic.
the range of the thing is 150.
Gravity don't make magic
Did not
fly
help.
further. No, sadly.
Paints, yeah, after a while.
Save it for if it comes back.
Boo.
Yeah. So do you do your lightning bolt then? Your sound.
Maybe don't, because then we can wait until it's actually close enough. So basically,
Yeah.
I'll give you a thought. 120 feet is our magic number.
Okay, right. I understand.
All right. So
yeah,
you two
and
are
I don't want to
waiting.
push it too hard. I know it's getting annoyed. Mm,
Actually, 150 feet is our magic number because I'll use magic missiles, but slightly better range.
Okay, then I am going to, having kind of had that conversation with Gottfried, I'm also going to keep that just prepared. So we're at the ready should it come into range.
All right, Doran.
Yeah, I'm in
Just
holding mode.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm readying. I'm going to have ready the blindness spell, and I'm not going to. I mean, I think I'll watch what those guys do, but it's kind of a fail safe. If it gets too close, I'll try and blind it.
Nice. Averatus, prove to us that you have the strength of spirit to go on.
Gruesome.
What's a 10 on the money? That's a success. There you go.
That's a success, yeah.
On the money. Just
Woo.
on the money. I mean, that's not really proving that you have the spirit. That's more like sort of vaguely raising your hand. So that's 3.
Yeah.
That's 3. You are stabilized. You now technically will not die from wounds. But if your companions do not rescue you within the next 4 weeks, you will starve to death.
Oh no!
Actually, you'll be dead. You'll unfortunately be dead within a week or 3 days because you'll have died of dehydration. But
Only I was still undead. It wouldn't be a problem. I could be here
see,
forever.
there's so many advantages to being undead. Just ask Sortesh. Right, so that is the end of the round. The dragon is terrified of this lightning. Is he still terrified of this lightning? Yes, he is. He has failed his intelligence check. Oh, wait, he gets advantage. Oh, he still failed his intelligence check. His intelligence check's 5. So there's not a big chance of him passing. All right, so that is him. And that means that Kelly's heroes are now on the staircase getting up to Averatus. Your Mork has arrived at the book. So this round is where things get interesting. Gottfried, you are acting first. What are you doing?
I think I should not grab the book until we have Averatus, because if I grab it and the 2 guys appear again, we're back to square one. So,
yes, wait for
Mork is-
Averatus to stand up first, then grab the book.
yeah, oh yeah,
Then they have something to attack.
oh yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Mork to look as cute as it possibly can.
To
Cute and
behold.
harmless, cute and cuddly, boys, cute and cuddly. Just floating so that its little mouth, well, it's probably a rather large mouth, is kind of within biting distance of the crepuscularium. I wish I could look through its eyes, do a little bit of reading, but
Just quickly, first page.
Yeah.
Okay, Gemini, still in holding mode.
Still in holding mode.
All right.
Everything's so far away. There's nothing she can do.
Doran, same thing.
Holding mode.
All right. Averatus, you don't have anything to roll now. So if you thought it was boring before. Right, so BK and his troop.
cool.
Right, so now you don't know where Moritati is.
Mhm.
But BK and his troop arrive. And now BK wishes to hell that he had taken the healing potion from you, Doran.
That was why I was offering it.
What, he thought you'd offering it to him in case he got wounded. You know, he was thinking about Oho himself.
He doesn't. They don't have anything to revive.
Well, they've got
Averatus?
to wait. They've got to wait for Moritati to arrive. But because nothing is happening in terms of everyone's waiting for everything.
Well,
Well, they can carry him down the stairs.
Yes.
I tell you what.
Closer to the
Touch
dragon.
me. I'm happy where I am.
Wait a minute now. I can rituals and action. So part of my was the order of the scribes thing is I can cast a ritual as an action once per day.
Okay.
So what I want to do
Yes.
is either cast floating disc or unseen servant to bring a potion of greater healing over to Averatus. So I'm going to have to look up.
Bring them back, I guess.
Huh?
We'll bring them back.
It's neither of those are going to be able to bring a person back.
Gonna
But
bring a book? Or the Mork is going to do that, hopefully.
it's going to be that's going to be like the very last, because I'm pretty sure those guys are just going to reappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, So, an inspiration an hour doesn't take concentration. Fantastic. Okay, so that's our boy. So, an invisible mind, a shapeless medium force. This is the unseen servant.
Yes.
Does simple tasks. So it's just gonna bring a potion of healing over to the boys. They'll have to. I don't think it can feed. So, oh, it can. So yeah, when it gets over there, it's gonna feed the potion of healing to our artist.
All right. So it's going to take like 10 turns for it to get there because it's quite a distance, and I don't suspect that the unseen servant travels quickly.
Yes, if you come into actually, no, unseen servant isn't going to work. I've just seen it. It disappears after 60 feet, which is not going to work.
But that's okay because Moritati will eventually arrive, and the sand dragon is no longer active because there's no movement on the sand because everyone's off of the sand.
Okay.
So it's just angry and confused in its little corner, wondering why it keeps getting zapped but doesn't take any damage.
Okay.
So you are aroused, Avaradus, with 24 hit points.
Not the first time.
There's no captains around.
Yeah.
Oh, that's big JK.
Am I slumped over the book itself?
You're on the
Or am I
floor, I'm
slumped onto
afraid.
the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Well, I don't want to immediately get stabbed.
I'm awake. They appear. They challenge you. You say nothing. They kill you. Oh, yes. No. So you are awake on the floor. Moritati is next to you, and he says, "You must be very quiet, sir."
Moritati, wave your hand at the book and tell me what the creatures say.
As you wish, my lord.
Do not touch the book. Do not touch the book. Simply approach and wait to be challenged.
He steps forward, steps towards the book. These two jackal-headed creatures appear. They bark at him. He responds. I'm not going to do it. One of you can roll. I need you to roll a. I need you to roll a religion check with +5.
Brendan, that feels like you should be doing religion.
I mean, Avaradus is there, so
I got +11 religion.
No. So
Well,
this
it's
is
Moritati.
You're rolling on Moritati's behalf. He needs to answer a religious question.
Get me to roll it.
And
Doesn't matter,
he has
plus
+5. The target number that you are looking for is 17.
The number I achieved is 10.
+5 would be 15.
No,
10 total.
The number I achieved total is 10.
Oh shit!
Does anyone have inspiration?
Yeah, I was about
you
to
can
say.
you can use. Has anyone got any inspiration left? No inspiration. Okay.
I think you should have given Brendan inspiration for coming up with the sound of the lightning. Like, that would have been great.
Quite
I
inspired,
mean,
yeah.
the dog thing was pretty clever too.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean there was definitely intelligent play going on here.
I acted
There's-
in my
there's-
nature
there's-
and
there's-
grabbed
there's
the
no
book.
doubt about it. You did. I for that I should deduct. I mean, yes, it was in your nature, but that kind of like, well, my character would do it.
The classic dickhead
Yes.
reply.
Yes. Unfortunately, that does not happen. And so 1, 2,
Oh, bastards.
3, 4. Moritati is hit 4 times and is just killed outright.
Can I-
Unfortunately.
Can I react to that by having the Beholderkin just snatch the book? They're busy.
Well, that'll be on your turn, which is after this immediately. So yes, you could. You absolutely could.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Does the book move as he grabs it?
So it is your initiative, Godfrey. So it's your initiative, and then it's Mork's.
And the Mork, yeah. So
So
the
you're
Mork-
not doing anything.
I really want to.
Oh, Moritati was a good
Yeah, I know.
person with me. Yeah.
I think I will shout to, because I have no other way of communicating to Aberardus that, oh God, what languages do we speak? We know each other quite well. So I speak Draconic, Infernal, and Primordial. Do you speak any of those?
Yeah, Infernal.
In Infernal, hoping that these radiant celestial bastards don't speak Infernal.
I'll be able to hear though.
That's fine. I just don't want the Angels of Doom or whatever they are. They're the Beholderkin is grabbing the book. Get ready to get out of there with your dimension door.
Oh, that's the plan, baby.
All right.
Yep.
Beholderkin grabs the book.
Yep.
Let me just double check that these guys don't have. They
Can
will
you drag people with?
They
dimension?
will both get attacks of opportunity because this Beholderkin's grabbing the book and flying, I'm assuming.
Yes. Yes.
It's got lots of hit points, right?
No.
Ooh.
But it does have sanctuary on it.
It does have sanctuary.
Which means they have to make an intelligence check to attack it first, right?
A wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
DC 15.
All right, wisdom saving throw. Oh,
But here's the kicker: if they fail, then they have to attack someone else.
They're only getting an opportunity attack on it because it's leaving. They're not getting...
Whoa, let's slow this down.
There's 3 of you there.
Slow this down.
There's three of you there.
I like those odds.
Slow this down. He doesn't need to leave their range. All he needs to do is show me that the book can be moved from the plinth.
Yeah, but he's
Then
grabbed. He's grabbed the book though. In truth, so he.
Yeah, with his feet.
Yeah.
All I'm going to do then is step forwards and dimension door us both out of there. Doesn't
On your
matter.
initiative,
We're
yes.
just gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So hopefully they pass sanctuary, so they can attack him, and we don't go down
because
to a 1
I'm
and
not going to
3.
leave their range.
Well, he is. That's his intention, though.
They're attacking only on the basis they're using their reaction to attack something that's leaving their range.
Correct. Yes.
So they can only attack it.
Yes.
They can't make another attack on somebody else who's not leaving their range. So basically, if they fail the saving throw, they don't get to do shit.
Except that the spell specifically causes them to attack somebody else. It's the effect of the spell is causing the transference. But let's see. So, what's the DC? 15?
15. Wisdom 15.
They have to roll below a 6 to fail.
Ah, shit.
Well, no, that's what you want, because then they don't attack somebody else. So the first one rolls a natural 20, so it can attack the Beholderkin. And the second one rolls a 14, plus 9 would be 23. So they both pass. So your Beholderkin takes just a... Well, let's see. It tries to hit the Beholderkin. It hits an armor class of 24,000 million.
Yeah.
And your Beholderkin takes 7 points of bludgeoning.
Uh-huh.
And then 3, 6, 12, 16 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Still going.
a lot.
Then
The first attack.
The second... Well,
Oh,
they only get one attack each, but there's 2 of them. The second one then hits an armor class of 17.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, so that's an additional 7 bludgeoning. 2.
It's gone. He's
10.
going to be gone.
All
He's
right.
got 10.
The book drops right next to you.
Hang on.
Alvarez.
How much... So he's on 10 hit points with the 7 bludgeoning.
And then he's already taken 10, 16, 20 radiant damage.
Son of a bit. Yep.
All right. The book
Yeah.
drops directly next to you, Aberardus. Gemini.
They've used their reactions.
They have. You're up next, Gemini.
Right. So
It's all happening 400 feet away.
It's all happening very far away. God, I don't actually think there's anything useful I can do other than. I mean, they've used their reaction, haven't they? So they're not going to be. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch.
To the door.
You
Get
watch.
to the door.
Yeah. Get back to the door.
Dordan,
Well, it's in his name.
you're going into the door.
It's in his name. He's going to get to the door as soon as he possibly can. So he's going to dash. He
All right.
sees what's going down.
You dash to the
He can
door. and you
smell
go in.
what the rock is cooking.
He can smell what the rock is cooking. That's showing your age. All right.
He's back, baby. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Now he's the
that's true.
baddie. Anyway,
Yeah, that's true. Aberardus, the book has landed right next to you.
I'm going to grab... is Big Joe Tep with me?
Big Joe Tep is standing next to you, as is Colza, the bard.
I've grabbed Big Joe Tap by the collar, pull him close, and goes, "We're gonna make it out of this, big guy." And I grab the book, and we disappear. Dimension door back onto the pressure plate from whence we came, on the other side of the door, because I can visualize where that was.
You appear on the other side of the door holding the book. Big Joe Tep does not, for he is not willing to leave his comrade behind.
Oh.
Fine.
Yeah.
And so you all dash through the door and close the door, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
And just leave them behind.
Yeah, I mean, looking over the shoulder, does it look like they're going to come after us? Or
It looks like they're about to be engaged by those illuminated creatures, for the book is now gone.
Rather stay and die with his friend.
They have
Yes,
honor, at least.
it's an odd concept, I know, Everardus, but yes.
Yeah.
And so the
Strange
door
thing to do.
seals shut, and at this moment in time, you have now got the second book of the Crepuscularium.
I'm gonna hold out my hand.
What happens to Gemini?
Gemini runs through the door. You were making your way towards the door, right?
Yeah, but she doesn't start to immediately disappear.
No, that's the third one. Does that?
Yeah, we now have two, right? Oh, she has to. Does she have to like say where's the third one? Yeah, okay.
I think so, yeah. I
Okay.
think that's what.
Yeah. So do you give me the book, Everardus?
Wish I had something clever for this, but here you go.
Thank you, schön.
You have
I'll
the
immediately
second book.
cast invisibility on myself.
And Godfrey immediately disappears, except for his footprints in the sand.
And I can follow him with my campus tattoo.
Yes, you can. You literally
I'm
can.
not
He's-
hiding from you guys. I'm hiding from the fucking desert wizard sand undead penny ass
but
condescending shithead. No, maybe he can see invisible. Maybe he can't.
You strongly suspect he would be able to see invisible, given what he's been throwing around. Anyway,
Well,
we shall see, but we shall see when we return next week, for we have come to an end. However, the four of you may level up, but only after you have achieved a long rest. So think about it, plan it, but you need to have a long rest first.
Let's just
before
long
you
rest
can
here.
level
I mean, yeah.
up. What could possibly go wrong?
well, your man
Yeah.
can't get in here, right? Is that whatever his name is? Zamalat.
Zartish.
He can paint the walls with Kelly's guts while we're resting in the corridor.
Yeah, poor old
Well,
Kelly.
Kelly is now the last of the band.
Oh.
Those guys are
They were great. They were
I
great.
feel so guilty.
Let's try and save Kelly if we can.
Please.
Yeah. Guy, we managed to avoid that sand dragon. I mean, we got there in the end.
We were just spamming thaumaturgy.
I mean, that was great.
But that was
so
cantrips.
good because of the stats of the sand dragon. This is a terrifying dragon. You probably would have done better against. No, I can't say that. Never mind. So, yeah, its breath weapon does a bucket of damage. Its bite and claw. I mean, it's standard kind of dragon. Its legendary actions are a little bit dangerous because you were in its lair, so it could do some damage there. Ironically, the guardians of the book, when you discover what they are, I think you'll be surprised by the numbers. Yes. Poor Everardus, on his own, quite happy to pick up the book.
Why do you keep letting me do this, guys?
Yes, why does your team keep saying... Well, I have a suspicion as to why your team keeps sending that. Remember Godfrey killed you once before?
But it was two episodes in a row, right? There was the red thread, pick
Yes.
up the pouch. There was the book, pick up the book. It's like
I mean, Gemini doesn't like Everardus.
But he's really useful because ultimately you got the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you need a character who's willing to put their ass on the line, basically.
Oh, dear.
Averatus is.
Well, who's going to do the stupid thing first?
Yeah.
Averatus?
He deserves
It's
two
not like he
captains.
fears death.
He doesn't.
No,
Yeah.
he's been dead for a long time and then come back and then what
Yeah.
else?
Listen, if you go down, I'll just rebuild you again.
We can rebuild.
We can rebuild.
Technology.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be so interesting to see what happens now that you have that book.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta get out of here first.
But yes, you have to get out of here. And now you have...
Also, Selkos still has a special
Selkos.
thing
Yeah.
on Averatus, right?
Yep.
Explodey head thing.
Yep.
I'm hoping that a Zelkos plus a Zotesh, like they just won't. They'll cancel each other out.
Well, we get a Damnifer in the mix as well. We can have a three-way.
Have
Who
them all
knows?
down here in
Who
the sand
knows? Who knows what that
Wow.
would result in? So yes, Amazon is delivering something to my door apparently. Thank you, Alexa.
Hallucination.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's the head of Big Joe Tep.
it's the head. Oh goodness. Oh no, it's all their dog tags. That's what's happening. Anyway, right. So well done on completely avoiding that trap. Well done on overcoming the chamber. The chamber was difficult. That giant gap was a major problem. But I knew you had things like fly and that sort of thing. It was interesting to see how you overcame it in the end. But definitely, I think keeping that dragon at bay by making the sound of lightning, I think that was an inspired move.
Nice one, Brendan.
Yeah, and I think being ready to do damage made some good sense. It was interesting that you chose to do firebolt because that's not the same kind of damage as lightning bolt, right?
I just didn't have
You don't have. Yeah, what do you do when you don't have lightning bolt? Yeah.
I
Exactly.
realise I've got very little stuff that can like hit from
Blast.
far away.
Yeah,
I've got
range
nothing to go
range
back
is
around.
always a challenge. Range is
Yeah.
always a challenge. And D&D is very swingy actually, because if you had a ballista, you wouldn't have had a problem. 600 feet. But then it makes a
With our
problem.
backpack.
Yeah, it makes the problem is then charging a ballista. You've got 600 feet to go through, and you're like, but that's 10 rounds. So anyway, there you are.
Great fun. Thank you so much, Guy.
yeah, thank
Good
you.
game.
Right, thanks, folks, and thank you for joining us for our 51st episodes, which thankfully everybody survived. You didn't take very much damage, Godfrey. You didn't take any damage.
Wasn't touched.
No, you had some centipedes, and that's it.
Yeah. Totally fine.
Yeah, episode 52. Godfrey gets it. I think that's a catchy title.
Finally.
Finally, no. Anyway, wonderful. Right, so just remind us, Grace, where can we find you and what's going on?
Go and check out No Small Roles. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. And do follow us on YouTube. We've not got video content yet, but we have stuff in the works.
Oh, exciting, very exciting. And Maurice, you haven't turned your books into audiobooks yet. You haven't gone that route, have you?
No. If anybody wants to volunteer to be a voice actor.
I think you should do it.
Yeah, in Godfrey's voice.
Yeah, in Godfrey's voice. That's right. Read it with that sort of surly kind of.
No one is going to listen to that for how many hours? No,
Yeah.
I'd have to give all the characters different accents and stuff, which I suppose would be fun.
Well, if only we had a talented voice actor on the podcast here,
This is
on
very
the show.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, get Grace to do it. Yeah.
Reprise the role of, or take the role of Clea Gavalavadia. There you go.
I don't know if I can even say that.
There's lots of names like that in Morris's
Might
book,
have to
as
give
you can
me a full
imagine.
training to just
Yeah.
help them all.
It's like, how do I say this out loud? Yeah.
Yeah, that's me reading any fantasy book. Is just da blah blah da blah da. They went to and blah blah da blah blah. Yeah.
You speak
Brilliant.
Elvish. Wow.
There we go. Lovely. You can find links to all of their wonderful stuff in the doobly-doo down below. And until next week, goodbye.